Welcome to Tiny Rails, the fun little game with the train. And here comes mine, wandering past, with all these wonderful little Christmas carriages on it, and it's one of its Christmas trains, or engines. But in the spirit of Christmas, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. We are on Holly Jolly Island, and we are doing the December/Christmas event, which is almost over. This event ends in 3 days, 22 hours, and I have got all 5 of the Christmas carriages, and I also own the Snow Globe train, or Snow Globe engine and caboose, and I've been going around doing all the wonderful events to get the extra tokens so that I am in a good position for the next event, whenever that happens to be. I'm guessing January, but I could be wrong. I have got to collect 313 more presents to deliver to Santa's workshop on this wonderful Christmas day. However, I'll get through Blitzen Bay. Once I'm through Blitzen Bay, I will change my engine to the wonderful Snow Globe engine, which I have never used. No, there are no presents in Blitzen Bay. Because it's Christmassy. And there it is, the wonderful Snow Globe engine with Santa. I'll just get the caboose with the presents on the back. Actually, should speed up my train a little bit, because it goes faster than the other engine. So I now have a cruising speed of 272 miles an hour and a top speed of 341. Well, that makes the picture nice and blurry. Yes, I haven't played this game for about a week, so I'm not entirely sure exactly what I'm doing. But the Yule Log Tide car is fully leveled up, the Garland Lounge car is leveled up, the Snowflake car has about 7,500 to 8,000 experience more needed, well, that's fully leveled up, the Candy Cane car is fully leveled up, and the Gift Sorter car needs about another 11,500 experience. But I do like the wonderful Snow Globe train. Looks very pretty. This train and cars look very pretty and very Christmassy, which is appropriate, considering it's a December/Christmas type event. So let me just see where I'm going. Sugar Plum. Okay, I'm coming up to. That's right. I'm going to Santa's workshop, which is the place that wants the presents, which I don't have enough of. Then I think I'm going down to Navidad Nook, because I know it still has a few presents. There's nothing else I need on this island. So, as I have 25 million in the bank, or 25 million gold, and the only thing I have left to do is collect enough presents to deliver to Santa's workshop, having delivered everything else that's necessary or desired, what I thought I'd do is I'd waste a few million trying to get the 5 remaining cars which are in the Gumball machine, almost forgot what it was called then, which I don't currently have that I can get out of the Gumball machine. Now the odds of me actually getting any of the 5 is minuscule, because where's the trainery gone? Yes, 270 cars in total, and I have 251. But the majority of the remaining cars are found in events which haven't happened yet. So I own pretty much one of each car that it's possible for me to own, apart from 5 cars. Sugar Plum Peak. No, there's nothing there that I want. I also have to go back to my depot and empty out all this stuff that's in there. I'll show you. It's easier. Oh yes, this event was slightly strange. It started off wanting bonbons at one station, then it switched to strawberries. Don't entirely sure why. But I have things like 85 Christmas trees, 28 eggnog still in my depot, which are never going to be needed again until, well, probably next Christmas. So I'll have to empty those out of there at some point. And I'm on my way to Santa's workshop, so I'm going to start trying the Gumball machine. If I get one of the cars that I'm missing, and the Hippo Pen car is obviously not one of them. I don't remember the Hippo Pen car, but I must have one, otherwise it would tell me it was new. I do remember the Nuts and Bolts Diner car. The Lizard Hutch car, yeah, I do remember that one as well. It's amazing how well I actually remember some of these cars. The Croc Pen car, it took me forever to get one of those. Now I can't seem to stop. There we are at Santa's workshop. Give you the 42 presents, which leaves me with, what, 271 more to get. I'll pick up the Parkers here because they're not always the easiest thing to find. In a sizable amount anyway. So I'll head down to Navidad Nook, just so I can pick up whatever presents are there. And let me see if I can spend some more money on the happy little Gumball machine. Koala Cuddles car. Oh, how cute. 2 koala bears cuddling. Already have one of those. The only downside of doing this with the Gumball machine, Kiwi Pen car, yeah, I remember that one, is I'm going to end up with a ton of duplicate cars, which I'm then going to have to go through and sort out. The Trick or Treat car. Well, sort out, sell, basically. Which at least I can now do that since one of the updates earlier in the year, I think. Oh, no, that's it. Took me forever to get a Croc Pen car, and I've got 2 during this little set of rolls. And we're coming into Sugar Plum Peak, the classic cargo car. Another Kiwi Pen car. Can't seem to stop getting duplicates of duplicates now. How long before the market we are? I suppose I could. In fact, I probably should. Go to this wonderful screen and lower the market refresh. I don't know why I'm clearing snow from tracks. Does it actually make a difference in this island? No, it doesn't. I must have been in Canada at some point and left that on. But yes, if I lower the market refresh, then it's basically, rather than every 30 minutes all the cargo gets refreshed at all the stations, it comes down to 15 minutes. Which may not sound like a great difference, but when you're looking for just one type of cargo, the Crimson Coach car, which is obviously not new, yes, when you're looking for just one type of cargo, it's halving the time. Oh, the Vegemite Sammy's car. Anything? Tarek's music car. Yeah, I do remember that one. Beach Watch car. Did say it was a minuscule chance I'm going to get a new car. Toxie Froggy car. I remember that one well. And my train stopped. That gets me another couple of presents. Anything that gets me these Christmas presents so I can just complete the last bit of the event. Because, and rather than just say it, I think doing the 250 candy canes that I wanted got me 750 points. This is 1,750 points. So I will end up with, what, 6,725 points to spare at the end of this event in preparation for the next one, which is why I want to get these presents, because that's 1,750 points, which is almost 2 cars, which I can get at the start of the next event, or I think this will actually be the cost of a caboose, for example. You've got presents here, haven't you? I'll sell the candy canes and the Christmas trees. I don't want the garlands either. And we're heading back to Sugar Plum Peak. So yes, this was a fun little event. Oh, did I miss? Oh no, I'm going there. Okay. Fun little event, this wonderful Holly Jolly Island. And I do like the cars I got out of it and the trains. They are very cute. And to be honest, preferable to the previous ones from the November event, which was basically Thanksgiving. Because the cars are much smaller, or seem to be relatively much smaller. And hence I can get more colourful stuff on screen at the same time. Which is the whole idea and benefit of this game, is it's pretty to look at while you're not doing a lot. When I'm not recording this and if I'm playing this game, I'm normally sat here reading a book. Or maybe watching some TV show half-heartedly. Or doing something else. But it's one of those which doesn't require a lot of interaction. Hence, it's a great, wonderful game for playing, as I say, reading a book or browsing the internet on a separate screen or doing something else. But it's just nice and colourful and relaxing to watch your train go by. At least that's my opinion. Yours may be entirely different. Of course, I know mine's right, that therefore makes yours wrong. But you can have your delusions that you're right and I'm wrong. Not that I've got an ego in any way, shape or form. Me having an ego. Everybody that knows you will tell you I definitely have absolutely no sense of ego whatsoever. And if you believe that, I've got a beautiful bridge in London to sell you. That's another couple of minutes before the market refreshes. So off we go down to wherever's next. Blitzen Bay again. As night time occurs, which means you should get to see, as darkness occurs, the lights on. I think it's the candy cane car. It's certainly got lights on it. I'm not sure what else has, but nice red and green Christmas lights. God, I remember the hours spent putting lights on Christmas trees and finding the one bulb in the whole string of lights that had blown, which stopped them turning on. And then of course, they got fancy. They started blinking, different colours, yada yada yada. And now you see people who decorate the whole. Well, they've always been around, but more people seem to decorate the whole of their house with huge amounts of blinking lights in various colours. Yeah, it's a different world from the one I grew up in. As a friend of mine once says, whenever he starts going on about how old he is, his son tells him, yes, I know, Dad. Yes, if you used to have to walk to and from school every day, 5 miles each way, and it was uphill both ways. It's just, yes, stop telling me about the good old days. And how hard you had it. It's just weird to me that technology has moved so far and so fast in even just the little things like Christmas lights, from where it used to just be a string of one coloured light to now multiple colours blinking on a timed basis and all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff. It just wasn't there just a few decades ago. Well, a couple of decades ago actually. It certainly wasn't there in Britain. So if it is now, although God knows what's going to happen now they've actually got Brexit done, apparently. Because I'm sure it's not going to be the utopia that a lot of people thought it was going to be. I wish them well. And there's the wonderful lights blinking on the candy cane car. But there again, as I also wish Britain well with its wonderful new strain of COVID that it's found this week. and the fact that every country in the world seems to be banning people from the UK travelling to their countries. This all, again, I'm not going to start a whole political sort of a rant, but it always gets me with countries that are open about the stuff that goes wrong. I remember when Britain had foot and mouth disease, so no one would take foot and mouth mad cow disease. That was the one. No one would take its cows or its beef. Yet France at the same time had cattle herds with what they termed as vitamin deficiencies, which was mad cow disease, just they didn't term it that, so they would happily still sell their beef. It's, again, with the Americans and their wonderful joy of statistics and how many people have caught COVID each day and how many people have died. You catch a report from a less open foreign country where they don't report the statistics. I always have trouble with that word. But there are stories of corpses in refrigerated trucks, whereas in warehouses near the hospitals where they died, no one's counting them, and they're just being counted as dying of natural causes. If you've got an open society with a very inquisitive and very, very vigorous press, you frequently can make yourself look worse than everybody else who is not as open. So it's great in some respects. It's also irritating in others. I remember I do like watching Have I Got News For You? And there's something Ian Hislop, one of the panelists on that show, said was, you want a free press. No one said it was going to be pretty, but if you want the wonderful sort of expenses scandal story, or this this government abuse story, or this horrible police story, or the Windrush immigration stories, you're going to have to put up with the celebrity sex scandal stories and the stupid stories that happen at the same time. That's what a free press is. It's not always pretty. It is, however, better than the alternative. There you go. I'll shut up now, because otherwise I'll just keep going preaching about the ills of the world and how I would solve the world if I had the power, etc. But it's Christmas. I'm not going to keep moaning. It's just one of those things that occurs to me. Britain with all its wonderful problems, and they announced, is it today or yesterday? Yesterday, I think, that they've got their Brexit deal supposedly done. It's been a few years and nobody thought it was actually ever going to happen. And we will see how it works out. But that should be interesting to watch going forward in the next few months, especially with the massive lorry park, this sort of truck park if you're American, lorry park in Kent, where all the drivers are now stuck because no one will accept any transport or any people coming out of Britain. And that's going to create a goods shortage in Britain potentially. So it should be interesting times. And on that note, again, I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Happy New Year. Hopefully 2021 will be a better year than 2020 was for most people. And with luck, the future will be bright and the future will be fun. Enjoy yourselves, and hopefully I will see you down the track for more of Tiny Rails or other games in the near future. Cheerio!